Hello everyone. In today's lecture, we will see some questions based on sequences and series. The images used in our slide deck are for educational purposes only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathi@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. Let's start with question number 1. Question number 1 says that if log 32 to the power x minus 5 and log 32 to the power x minus 7 by 2 are in AP, then x is equal to. I'll give 10 seconds to solve this question. After that, we will discuss the solution. Now let's move to the solution part. Since these are in AP, so we can write 2 log 3 2 to the power x minus 5 is equal to log 3 2 plus log 3 2 to the power x minus 7 by 2. Now this 2 will go in square, so 2 to the power x minus 5 square is equal to 2 into 2 to the power x minus 7 by 2. Now suppose 2 to the power x is equal to t. So t square plus 25 minus 10t is equal to 2t minus 7. Now t square minus 2t, 12t plus 32 equal to 0. So the roots are 8 and 4. So t minus 8 into t minus 4 is equal to 0. Now put 2 to the power x is equal to 8 and 2 to the power x is equal to 4. So x can be 3 or 2. At x equal to 2, we can say that 2 to the power x minus 5 is not defined, right? Because 2 to the power 2 minus 5 will become negative, which is not in the domain of log x. So hence x is equal to 3 is the only solution. So I think option B is the right choice. Now let's move to the question number 2. The number of numbers lying between 100 and 500 that are divisible by 7 but not by 21. So after 10 seconds, we will move to the solution part. Now let's move to the solution. The numbers between 100 and 500 that are divisible by 7 are 105, 112, 119, 126 till 497. Let such numbers be n. So Tn is equal to an plus n minus 1 into d, as we know this. So 497 is equal to 105 plus n minus 1 into 7. So after solving this, we get n is equal to 57. The numbers between 100 and 500 that are divisible by 21 are 105, 126, 147 till 483. Let the numbers be m. So after putting 483 is equal to 105 a plus m minus 1 into d. M minus 1 into d is 21. So after solving, we get m is equal to 19. So the required number, which is divisible by 7 but not divisible by 21, is n minus m, which is 57 minus 19. So is equal to 38. So option C is the right choice. If 100 times the 100th term of an AP with 0 common difference is equal to 50 times its 50th term, then 1/50th term of this AP is. Let A be the first term and D be the common difference of the given AP, then T100 is equal to A plus 100 minus 1 into D is equal to A plus 99D. And T50 is A plus 50 minus 1 into D, which is equal to A plus 49D. And T150 is A plus 150 minus 1 into D, which is A plus 149D. Now according to the given condition, 100 terms is 100 times the 100 term of an AP with common difference 0 is equal to 50 times its 50 term. So 100 into T100 is equal to 50 into T50. So 100 into A plus 99D is equal to 50 into A plus 49D. After solving this, we get A plus 149D is equal to 0. So what is A plus 149D? It is T150. So the required answer is 0. Option D is the right choice. Now let's move to question number 4. If A1, A2 till AN plus 1 are in AP, then we have to calculate 1 upon A1, A2 plus 1 upon A2, A3 till 1 upon AN minus AN plus 1. So let's move to the solution part after 10 seconds. Okay, let's solve this. S is basically 1 upon A1, A2 plus 1 upon A2, A3 till 1 upon AN plus 1. Let D be the common difference of the given AP. So let's multiply and divide this S by D. So 1 by D is equal to D upon A1, A2 plus D upon A2, A3 till D upon AN plus 1. Now D is A2 minus A1 and also A3 minus A2. That is next term minus previous term, right? So A2 minus A1 upon A1 A2 plus A3 minus A2 upon A2 A3 till AN plus 1 minus AN upon AN A plus N AN plus 1. So it can be, now when we solve this, we will get 1 upon A1 minus 1 upon A2, right? Plus 1 upon A2 minus 1 upon A3 till 1 upon AN minus 1 upon AN plus 1. Now you can see that all the terms will cancel out. Only first and last term will left. So 1 by D into 1 upon A1 minus 1 upon AN plus 1, which is equal to 1 upon D into AN plus 1 minus A1. AN plus 1 minus A1 upon A1 AN plus 1. Right. So now AN can be written as AN plus 1 is basically A plus A1 plus N D. Right. So after replacing this, the right answer is N upon A1 AN plus 1. S is equal to. So S is equal to N upon A1 AN plus 1. So option D is the right choice. Now let's move to the question number 5. A man arranges to pay off a debt of 3,600 rupees by 40 annual installments which are in AP. When 30 of the installments are paid, he dies, leaving one third of the debt unpaid. The value of eighth installment is. So let's move to the solution part after 10 seconds. Okay. So given 3600 by 40 annual installments, right, which are in AP. So 3600 is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into 2, n minus 1 into d, where n is 40. So 40 by 2 into 2a plus 40 minus 1 into d. So 3600 is equal to 20 into 2a plus 39d. After solving this, we get 180 is equal to 2a plus 39d. This is equation 1. Now after 30 installments, one third of the debt is unpaid. Hence, one third of 3600 is 1200, which is unpaid, and 2400 is paid, and 2400 is paid in 30 installments. So 2400 is equal to 30 upon 2 plus 2a plus 30 minus 1 into d. So after solving this, we get 160 is equal to 2a plus 29d, which is second equation. On solving equation 1 and 2, we get a is equal to 51 and d is equal to 2. Now the value of 8th installment, it is asking that we have to find the value of 8th installment. So 8th installment will be a plus 8 minus 1 into d, and a is 51 and d is 2. By putting this, we will get 8th installment as 65 rupees. So option C is the right choice. Let's move to the question 6. Let A1, A2, A3 be an AP such that A1 plus A2 till AP is equal upon A1 plus A2 plus A3 till AQ will be equal to PQ upon QQ. P not equal to Q. Then we have to find A6 upon A21. Let's move to the solution part after 10 seconds. Okay. So given that A1, A2 till AP upon A1, A2 till AQ is PQ upon QQ. So let's find this sum. As this is in AP and there are P terms in numerator and Q terms in the denominator. So it will be P upon 2, 2A1 plus P minus 1 into D upon Q upon 2 into 2A2 plus Q minus 1 into D is equal to PQ upon QQ, where D is the common difference of AP. Now, 2 and 2 will cancel out and 1 P and P upon Q will cancel out with P upon Q of right hand side. So in the right hand side, it will left P square upon Q square. So 2A1 plus P minus 1 into D upon 2A2 plus Q minus 1 into D is equal to P square upon Q square. So after solving, we get A1 plus P minus 1 into D upon D by 2 upon A2 plus Q minus 1 into D by 2 is equal to P square upon Q square. So we can solve by heat and trial by putting from the options. Suppose put P is equal to 11 and Q is equal to 41. So we get A1 plus 11 minus 1 d by 2 plus A2 plus 41 minus 1 d by 2 is equal to 11 square upon 41 square. After solving this, we will get A plus 5d upon A2 plus A1 plus 5d upon A2 plus 20d, which is equal to 121 upon 1681. So A6 upon A21 is 121 upon 1681. So I think option B is the correct choice. Now let's move to question number 7. A person is to count 4500 currency notes and let AN denote the number of notes he counts in the nth minute. If A1 equal to A2 till A10 is equal to 150 and A10, A11 are in AP with common difference -2, then the time taken by him to count all notes is. So we will go to the solution part after 10 seconds. Okay, let's move to the solution. So number of notes that the person counts in 10 minutes is 150 into 10. Let A10, A11, A12 are in AP with common difference -2. So what will be A11? Since common difference is -2, so 150 -2 is 148. Right. So first term is from A11. So first term is 148. Suppose there are n terms. So n by 2 into 2 into 48 plus n minus 1 into d. D is -2. So after solving, we get n minus 24 into n minus 125 is equal to 0. So n is equal to 24 and n is equal to 125. So we will take the smallest value of the two. So n is equal to 21. Then the total time taken by the person to count all the notes is 10 plus 24, which is equal to 34 minutes. Option B is the right choice. Let's move to the question number 8. If log root 3a square plus log 3 to the power 1 by 3 a square plus log 3 to the power 1 by 4 a square up to 8th term is 44. Then the value of a is. So let's move to the solution part after 10 seconds. Okay, let's discuss the solution. Sn can be written as log a square. Take log a square as common. So log a square 1 upon 1 by 2 log 3 plus 1 upon 1 by 3 log 3 plus 1 upon 1 by 4 log 4. See, log root 3 a square can be written as log a square upon log root 3, which can be broken as log a square upon 1 by 2 log 3. So all the terms can be broken like this. So Sn is log a square 1 by 2 log 3 plus 1 by 3 log 3 till up to 8th term. Now take log 3 outside. So log a square upon log 3 is 2 plus 3 plus 4. 8th term will be 9 is equal to 48. So after solving this we get 44 log a square is equal to, by cross multiplying 44 log 3. So we get a as plus minus 3. So option A is the right choice. Let's move to the next question. Question number 9. An arithmetic means are inserted between 7 and 49. Their sum is found to be 364, then n is. So after 10 seconds, we move to the solution part. Okay. So we know that a1 plus a2 till an is na, where a is a plus b by 2. So sum is given as 364 is equal to small a is 7 and small b is 49. So 7 plus 49 by 2 into n. So n can be found as 3. So option C is the right choice. Let's move to the next question. Question number 10. If x is equal to 111 till 20 digits, y is equal to 333 10 digits, and z is equal to 222 10 digits, then we have to calculate x square minus y square upon z. So let's move to the solution part after 10 seconds. Okay. Given x as 111 till 20 digits. So divide by 9, multiply by 9, right? So x is 1 by 9, 999 till 20 digits. So 1 by 9, it can be written as 10 to the power 20 minus 1. Now y is 333 till 10 digits. So multiply and divide by 3. So 1 by 3, 999 till 10 digits. Now it can be written as 1 by 3, 10 to the power 10 minus 1. And z can be take 2 common. So it will be 111 till 10 digits and divide and multiply by 9. So z can be written as 2 upon 9, 999 till 10 digits. And it can be written as 2 by 9, 10 to the power 10 minus 1. Now by putting the value of x, y and z, and after solving we will get the solution as 1. So I think option A is the right choice. Let's move to the next question. Question number 11. If second, fifth and ninth term of a non-constant AP are in GP, then the common ratio of this GP is. So let's move to the solution after 10 seconds. Okay. So let A be the first term and D be the common difference. Then we have A plus D, A plus 4D and A plus 8D are in GP because second, fifth and ninth term are in GP. So A plus 4D square is equal to A plus D into A plus 8D. After solving, we get 8D square is equal to AD and 8D is equal to A, since D not equal to 0. Now common ratio is A plus 4D upon A plus D. Now A can be replaced as 8D. So 8D plus 8D upon 8D plus D. So 12D upon 9D, which is 4 upon 3. So option B is the right choice. Let's move to the next question. Question number 12. Three positive numbers form an increasing GP. If the middle term is in this GP is doubled, the number of the new numbers are in AP, then common ratio of the GP is. Let's move to the solution after 10 seconds. Okay, so let AR square be in GP, where R greater than 1. On multiplying middle term by 2, we get A 2AR square are in AP. So 4AR is equal to A plus AR square. So by solving, we get AR square minus 4R plus 1 is equal to 0. So we get R is equal to 2 plus minus root 3. Since it is an increasing GP, so R is basically A plus root 3, 2 plus root 3. Since this is an increasing AP, so R is 2 plus root 3. So option D is the right choice. Let's move to the question number 13. If a GP consists of an even number of terms, the sum of all the terms is 5 times the sum of terms occupying odd places, then its common ratio is. So let's move to the solution part after 10 seconds. Let GP be AR square, AR cube, AR to the power 2n minus 2, AR to the power 2n minus 1. Where AR square, A to power of AR to the power 4, AR to the power 6 occupy odd places, and AR cube, AR to the power 5, AR to the power 7 occupy even places. Given sum of all terms is equal to 5 into sum of terms occupying odd places, that is A plus AR square plus till AR to the power 2n minus 1 is equal to 5 times A plus AR square plus AR to the power 4 till AR to the power 2n minus 2, which is equal to A, which is in GP and can be solved by A R to the power 2n minus 1 upon R minus 1 equal to 5A R square to the power n minus 1 upon R square minus 1. So Sn is A R to the power n minus 1 upon R minus 1. After solving this, we will get R as 4. So option C is the right choice. Let's move to the question number 14. The sum of first 20 terms of sequence 0.7, 0.77, 0.777 is. So after 10 seconds, we will move to the solution part. Okay, let's discuss. Since S is 0.7 plus 0.77 plus 0.777 till up to 20 terms, so we can write it as 7 upon 10 plus 77 upon 10 square plus 777 upon 10 cube till up to 20 terms. So let's take 7 as common. So 7 into 1 by 10 plus 11 by 10 square, 111 by 10 cube up to 20 terms. Now divide and multiply by 9. So 7 by 9, 9 by 10, 99 by 100, 999 by 1000 up to 20 terms. Now 7 by 10, 9 upon 100 can be 10 can be written as 1 minus 10 plus 1 minus 10 is 1 by 10 square, 1 minus 1 by 10 cube up to 20 terms. So 7 by 9, 1 up to 20 terms minus 1 by 10 plus 1 by 10 square plus 1 by 10 cube up to 20 terms. So 7 by 9, 20 minus, this is in GP. So 1 by 10 into 1 minus 1 by 10 to the power 20 upon 1 minus 1 by 10. So after solving, Sn will be 7 by 8 into 179 plus 10 to the power minus 20. So option C is the right choice. Now let's discuss next question, question number 15. If x, y, and z are distinct prime numbers, then options. Let's move to the solution after 10 seconds. Since x, y, z are in GP, so y square is equal to xz. X is a factor of y, which is not possible as y is a prime number. If x equal to 3, y equal to 5, and z equals to 7, they are in AP. Thus, x, y, and z may be in AP but not in GP. So, option A is the right choice. Let's move to the next question. Question number 16. Let n greater than 1 be a positive integer, then the largest integer m, such as n to the power m plus 1 divides 1 plus n square till n to the power 127 is. Let's move to the solution part after 10 seconds. So, 1 plus n square till 1 n to the power 127 is in GP can be written as n to the power 128 minus 1 upon n minus 1, summation of n terms of a GP. Now, n to the power 128 minus 1 can be broken as n to the power 64 minus 1 into n to the power 64 plus 1 upon n plus 1, n minus 1. So, n to the power 64 plus 1 is a factor of this. Thus, the largest value of m for which n to the power m plus 1 divides this is 64. So, option C is the right choice. Thank you.